What fictional character has the best name? The one that popped into my head and made me think to post this is Marcy Darcy from Married with Children. Princess Angelina Contessa Luisa Francesca Banana Fana Bo Besca III. Darth Vader is pretty badass. Edit, I'm leaving it. Damn it. Darth Vader. Badass sounding name that instantly tells you this guy ain't to be fucked with. Hero protagonist. From Neil Stephenson's book Snow Crash and Quat. Sherlock Holmes is a name that has become synonymous with intelligence since it carries such weight and is so well known. President Dwayne Elizondo Mountain Dew Herbert Camacho. Pepper Pippin Galadriel Moonchild. Good Omens TV show. Lord Farquaad from Shrek was quite possibly the best name I've ever heard. I got the joke several years after watching the movie and suddenly burst out laughing. Main character of Final Fantasy V is Butts from the town of Licks. Pippi Longstocking from the Pippi Longstocking or Willy Wonka. Albus Percival Wulfric Brian Dumbledore. Newton, Newt, Artemis Phytos Scamander. Jean-Luc Picard. I'm a big fan of the names in Zombieland. Real cities. But they really capture the sharp-edged feel of Wichita and the innocence of Columbus. And come on. Tallahassee could never have been anything but Tallahassee. Luna Lovegood. I kinda vibe with her too. The weirdness. Zathras. Slight difference in how you pronounce. Zathras, 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 you are seeing now? What's a hot take you have that you wouldn't dare say in real life? Boys and girls are different. We aren't totally different animals. And I am not convinced that the male brain and the female brain are really all that different. That doesn't mean we are exactly the same, and I think both sides of that coin are ignorant. Boys don't need the amounts of Ritalin we have prescribed them. We don't need to medicate boyhood. Girls aren't as fragile as people seem to think they are. We don't need to panic every time some study shows us that middle school girls are in crisis. Have you ever met a middle school girl? They are always in some sort of crisis. That we keep people alive longer than we should. We should be focused more on comfort care and letting people go with dignity. Forcing a 98-year-old to suffer through a full code is in my eyes torture. And even if they live, the quality of life is horrible for the few days to months at best they have left. But say that IRL and people look at you funny. Society is so scared of death they can't understand that sometimes it's better than the alternatives. Not everyone enjoys having dogs constantly in their space. I used to really like dogs before moving to California. Now I can't stand having them constantly around. On the plane. In the supermarket. At restaurants. My apartment building constantly smells of dog piss. Owners let them run around off leash and jump on you with dirty paws. They shed and leave hairs everywhere. Can't walk the street without having to dodge dog poop. I have friends that insist on bringing their dogs to every event, party or gathering, and if I request that they don't, it becomes a huge deal. I don't want to always be around dogs. Keep them at home like other pets. What's a piece of clothing that you never wear and why? Low waist anything because I have the grossest lower belly that needs to be hidden. Tight-fitting trousers for the same above reason. Heels because I'm too lazy and out of shape. Bodysuits because they seem so uncomfortable and unpractical. Padded or underwire bras because I don't want to enhance my chest area. Scarves because my face is so large and my neck so short and wide that if I hide it, I look like an egg. Scarves. I have like 5 because they were given to me, but I never wear them and should probably donate them or give them to my nan. They just never go with anything I wear, and I don't like having things up around my neck like that or tangling in my hair. Verging on 30 years ago. My mom bought me a sweatshirt from the Salvador Dalí Museum down in Florida. I loved it because it was huge on me and I could be snugly in it. One day, I accidentally left it somewhere, and although we got it back, she read me the riot act because it had been expensive. I pretty much stopped wearing it because I was petrified I was going to hurt it. But I still have it. It hangs in my closet. Haven't touched it in years. I don't even know if it fits me as an adult. But now it's less because I'm scared to ruin it, and more because it's one of the few things I still have that my mom bought me. Hard pants. With buttons and flies. I used to be a jeans girl exclusively. Around 2012. But then leggings as pants took over. And now I get sensory overload if I wear pants with a real waistband. Lol. I've compensated with loose linen/bamboo viscose wide leg pants for nicer occasions. But jeans have no place on my body anymore. It's unfortunate in some ways. Because I still find jeans cute AF. But I just can't do it anymore. What movie absolutely deserved a sequel but never got one? Hot Fuzz. Don't know about you guys. But I feel Edgar Wright seems to be lacking a little heart in his standalone projects. I'd like to see him team back up with Simon Pegg on a sequel to one of their greatest films. Matrix. Just none of the sequels it did get. Edit. Probably would have been best just as a standalone with no sequels. Although I've room in my heart for the Animatrix. 28 Days Later deserves a third installment. Apparently it almost happened, but there was a disagreement and now we'll never get it. Would love to have seen a world ravaged by the rage virus. Dread. Carl Urban killed the role and the entire film was oozing with love and respect from the source material, but sadly it just didn't do well at the box office. It was such a damn shame because the action, visuals and theming were all so top notch. Push. The marketing people convinced everyone to see Jumper. Which was terrible. And drowned out the deserving noise for Chris Evans and Dakota Fanning's much better movie. I always thought R.I.P.D. deserved a sequel. It had a great plot. Great cast: Ryan Reynolds, Kevin Bacon, Jeff Bridges. Great universe, and set itself up for something more that never came. Really thought it could be the new MIB. Dogma was reportedly in the planning stages, but Kevin Smith noted that it would probably have to touch on Islam. And if you offend that religion, the adherents don't just wave placards outside the cinema. Kung Fu Hustle, and Shaolin Soccer. For that matter. Think I heard Kung Fu Hustle 2 might be in the works. Die Hard 5. Really wish Bruce Willis had enough of his faculties about him to bring the series to a proper close with a 6th.